so from here you can able to see we're using the authentication. And make sure the porter and the radius key must be the same. Then the step number 3, configuring the authentication user. To show you the example for the employee. So right now, from the root here, we already have 2 accounts. So now we want to create a new user group. So we just create on the root and then create on the add. So I want to create a new group, but right now they're showing the example is for the test. Alright, so for this test, they're using the common account, giving the name and the name after you log in. So here the step is not going to repeat and do the explanation anymore because the configuration for the authentication element, the rules, result, and the authorize, right, all is the same as the 802.1x. So that's why here they can mention the configuration are the same as those for the 802.1x authentication. So after that, we done all the configuration here. Almost the last one, we need to do the customizing for the page. So we just go to the page customization and select the page customization from this place. Okay, on the first interface here. Over here, we add a new one if you're going to create a new page for yourself. So right now, I want to try to customize my guest. Okay, I give a name for this customized page. So the page title, I use the web. Then whether you want to enable the self-register or not. So for the guest, of course, we can do the self-register. But for the employee, it's try to recommend that it's not using the enable self-register over here. Okay, for the employee, we're going to have some fixed account. But for the guest, yes, they need to do the self-register. And for the self-register, right, it's only valid for 8 hours. You can set the time over here, how long they can able to using this free account to log in. So over here, they also provide some of the very fancy look for you to select the template. So this when the mobile user trying to connect to this SSID, what kind of the portal authentication will be appear on the screen. Okay, so we can choose. So the next one is for the authentication page. Configure the content on the authentication page. Select the authentication mode and add a button. So the mode must be matched the register page configuration. So for everything over here, you can see on the text on the top here, you can use any text that you want. You can be added to anything. Then after you done the configuration here, the customization, then you can click the next and move to the next page. So the next one will show the authentication success page. So once success already here, how does the layout look like? You can simply modify from here. You can change the information. And the next one is the user notice page. So you can basically add any note or the text in these places. You can put some agreement. So this is how we're going to do here. And the last one is, of course, for the registration page. So when the guest trying to log in and they want to get the access to the internet, so when this is not the previous guest account, then the guest have to create a new one. Okay, so for the new access guest, over here we can add a few. You can select all, or can select the specify of the column over here to select. So example, account, password, confirm password. So normally we're going to use account by default, of course. Okay, the password and confirm password together. If you want, you also can select highlight the verification code, mobile, name, enterprise, of course the email. So this is for the guest page customization. So after the customization for the mobile page, then we also can configure for the PC one, because we don't know actually currently the access user actually using the mobile to access my wireless, or maybe using the notebook. So over here, they also allowed us to do some customization. So you can see over here, we can add our own logo. So by default, they will show you the default one. They're using the Huawei logo, okay, in the login page over here. So of course, for the logo, you can also replace with your own logo. So after done on the authentication page, then the next one will be the successful page. So once successful already, right, what is the page that you want to show to your customer, okay, or the guest? So you can put the information over here and try to change all the layout if you want. Of course, same to the notice page. So you can put any the term and condition on these places. Of course, the last one will be the registration page. So they can do the same thing as the mobile. The only difference from here when you compare with mobile is just the screen size and the layout. So once you've done everything ready, then you can click on the preview and check all the page. So you're going to show you everything in the single page here. Like this is a login page. Okay, and this is for the register page. So of course, when we configure all the customization, always do the test run. Don't forget to do the test run over here. So because we need to know whether right now all the setting is already up and the guest can able to access to the network or not. So this is how we're going to do that. So over here, they show you the example of the first time registered user, or maybe the previous user try to log in again. So we need to giving the password here. So all of those settings, right, we can actually configure on the customization page. So we're going to ask for the old password and what is the new password that you're going to use here. So when the authentication is success, then you should able to see this page. So your account number and what is the current IP that you're going to use, the login type, and when you're going to expire. So just now the button actually is located over here, okay, on the preview here. So if you want to test some, want to see all the interface. So the next one, so when we configure everything and you notice everything is work fine and no any problem, then we can running press on this button. Okay, publish. So we're going to use this one as our main page. So after you press on the publish, so you can able to see the image from here. So to show you every single page. So in the future, if you want to do some modification for this page, so you can just click on the edit button on this operation field. Okay, then this is for the employee page. The employee is very simple and it's the same as the guest. So what we need to do here, we just give the name of the customization page, okay, the web. For the employee network, it's recommended is don't enable the self-register. Then you can put a remark on this process if you want. Then next. Same again for the employee. So if you want to using the different interface for your employee, then you can choose the different one from your guest. But right now, the Huawei also allow you to using the different the customized page here. So you can try to change all the text from here. Okay, same as the guest page. And the next one, when successful. So what is the page and the layout you want to show to the employee? And the next here is the user notice page. So basically, they have the same customization page as the guest. So over here is for the PC. Okay, the previous one is using the mobile login, and right now they're using the PC to do the authentication. And this is the successful page. You can able to see from here what's the IP address that I get. And same, the user notice page. So try to run some testing and the test run inside your the environment. Okay, see whether right now this is up or not. If everything is done, then you can publish this one and make online. So when the employee trying to connect to this SSID, okay, after they pass through all the authentication, then they can go online. So the employee will be appear in these places. So when you want to customize some of the page inside the guest, you just click on the guest on these places. They will show you all the page, okay, include the authentication page, the register page, successful page, and also the notice page from here. Okay, now we close to the last one, configuring the page push rule. So for the employee portal page push rule, at least one push condition such as the STA IP address range, SSID, or the AP MAC address must be configured in the portal page push rule. Over here, inside the page customization, just select the last one, the portal page push rule. In this place, you have to give the name of the customized page, okay, the schedule. So just put the customized parameter. So this one, I put the note over here. This is for the SSID employee. So here is configure the portal page template to push and select the first page to push. Because sometimes when we allow the guest or the employee try to connect to our the portal authentication, so you can actually choosing right which is the first page that will be appear and display inside the screen of the SS user. I don't care it's right now it's employee or the guest. So right now I'm doing the testing on the employee. So you can select right which one will be the first display screen when they try to connect to this SSID. Okay, maybe it's a login page, maybe you can try to using the register page. Okay, the first page to push, authentication, user notice, or registration. So we can just select from here. So authentication means the login page. I want to display this one first when the user try to connect to the SSID. If you're going to select the user notice, right, then the first message they pop on the screen, right, is the term and condition, or maybe some of the agreement that they have to select. And the last one is for the register, of course. Over here, the URL will be the link they can be able to visible by all the SS user. Okay, and the last one here, whether you want to do the redirect or not. Then the next one, this is for the guest. So for the guest, we have to do the same thing again because they have a different rule to play. So we need to go back to the portal page push rule, give the name for this push rule. Okay, right now I give the parameter name guest. Normally for the guest, right, we would like to push the first page, which is the registration page. But a lot of the guests is not the SS user, right, is always access to the same network in our internet network. So that's why we would like to using the registration on the first page. So for all the guests, when they want to access to my internet network, so they need to do the registration. And then over here, why is the URL will be visible for the guest. So over here, whether you want to do the redirect or not, then it will depend on you. Okay, you can select from this page. So that's all for this topic number 4. So this is a summary over here. WLAN authentication mode. So for the WLAN, they have how many types of authentication? So I already mentioned in this topic. And some of the introduction to the Agile controller. So what does the Agile controller can do? Configuration process of the Agile controller. And the last one is what's the difference between the 802.1x and also the portal authentication.